you can count on. This is WNEM TV5 News at 5:30.
And good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this 24th annual Snowfest. I'm Carrie Sharp, live here in Frankenmuth to enjoy it all. There is so much going on outside, but I am lucky enough to be inside in the heat by a faux fire, at least right now, and joined by John Shelton of Zenders. John, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Tremendous week going on. The weather is perfect. It really is.
Yeah, this is a far cry from the polar vortex that you and I experienced a year ago. But
I don't even want to think about a year ago.
We've got a lot of great things going on.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the highlights happening.
Sure. Tonight we have our Battle of the DJs with CK105, and they'll be performing in our warming tent. That starts at 9 o'clock. Admission is free. Then tomorrow, the big highlight is going to be the Tiger Winter Caravan. Yeah. And we're doing a care package drive with the USO Support Our Troops and Pepsi, and that's at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Saturday, we'll conclude the majority of our snow sculpting competitions, and that judging would take place at 10 a.m., and then we'll judge and vote and award at 2 o'clock. And then the fireworks is really the highlights for Saturday. Sunday, we'll segue into the culmination of our ice carving championships with our collegiate teams. And then on Monday, we conclude with our hot food competition, which is 18 area chefs, and it's a fundraiser supporting the Eastside Soup Kitchen. So lots going on.
Now, you mentioned the USO and the Wounded Warrior stuff tomorrow, collecting for care packages. What can people bring?
Well, there's all kinds of items, from hand sanitizers to baby powder, foot powder, hard candy, lotions and gels, and so, in fact, we've got a lot of things already. We're looking forward to people bringing out more, and they'll get that shipped over to our men and women serving in Afghanistan.
All right, I got to ask you, you've seen the snow sculpting going on.
Yes.
You think they're taking it a step up from years in the past?
Oh, this is a tough competition. Have you seen, I think, the lion, and there's the Tigers baseball outfit, and then you've got a lot of great things. There's like a car on a hydraulic lift.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to judge. I'm just glad I'm not a judge.
Well, John, thank you for giving us the highlights. Of course, folks can find more online. Just Google Zender Snowfest. You'll find it all. And, of course, we're going to be bringing you tons of coverage through the next hour and also tomorrow and right through on the weekend. For now, though, I'm going to send it back to David, who's covering the news of the day. David, take it away.
All right, Carrie, thank you, and thank you for joining us for the news here at 5:30. Well, we just got a quick look at the weather conditions in Frankenmuth, but what about the rest of mid-Michigan? Here's a live look over Saginaw, where it's shaped up to be a calm but chilly day for those out and about. Chief Meteorologist Doug Motes is live in the First Warn 5 Weather Center with a closer look at the days ahead. Hi, Doug.
Hello to you. Yeah, actually a little bit warmer than where we were yesterday at the same time in Saginaw. It's 31 degrees as a matter of fact, but as David said, it's very cloudy. In Flint, we also have cloudy skies, winds mainly out of the west at about 8 miles per hour. That is the same for Bay City and Midland tonight, so the clouds are going to stay socked in. We're not going to see much of a break in that department, but we are going to see a gradual warming trend over the next 24 to 48 hours that will continue at least into the weekend. That in advance of an Arctic front that is going to bring some snow and cold temperatures to the weekend forecast. Here's a look at your First Warn 5 Sky Tracker, showing again not only the clouds but also the fact there's no precipitation in the immediate area, so we'll stay dry throughout the evening hours. Over the next 5 hours, our temperatures will be in the lower 20s, so if you're headed out to Frankenmuth for the Snowfest, it'll be a bit chilly, but it should be a comfortable night. Enjoy yourself out there. You'll stay dry. We'll also be dry tomorrow. I'll have a look at that Friday forecast and the weekend coming up in 10 minutes.
Doug, thank you. A crime alert tonight. Take a good look at this man right here on your screen. Midland police say the man seen here is suspected of stealing a purse from a vehicle and then using the credit cards within the purse to make fraudulent purchases at Midland businesses. Anyone with information is asked to call the Detectives Bureau at 989-839-4709. Again, that number is 989-839-4709. A University of Michigan fraternity is apologizing after officials at a ski resort say its members caused thousands of dollars in vandalism. Police escorted the students from Treetops Resort in Dover Township near Gaylord last weekend. The resort says there is more than $50,000 in damages to furniture, carpet, walls, and ceilings. Sigma Alpha Mu Michigan chapter president Joshua Kaplan says his members are embarrassed and ashamed of the behavior. The university says students will be held accountable and will be forced to pay up. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush will be in Michigan next month. He's set to speak at a Detroit Economic Club meeting, although the club hasn't specified the topic of the February 4th event at the Cobo Center. It'll be the Republican's first trip to Michigan since announcing he's contemplating a presidential bid. Bush last visited the state in October to campaign for Governor Rick Snyder and other Republicans in Michigan. Well, we broke the news to you at the news at 5 o'clock. Central Michigan University's head football coach Dan Enos has resigned and has taken a new opportunity in Arkansas as an offensive coordinator. Sports director Scott Johnson is live in the studio with more on what led to that decision. Scott.
Well, hi, David. Yeah, don't let the word resignation fool you. All Enos is doing is taking the next step in his coaching career. As you mentioned, he's taken over the offensive coordinator duties for the University of Arkansas. And if Enos is successful in the Southeastern Conference, then he could parlay that, along with his head coaching experience that he got in Mount Pleasant, into a future head coaching job, possibly at a Power 5 school. Now, Enos certainly could have stayed at CMU and continued to improve the program, but like his predecessors, Butch Jones and Brian Kelly, Enos was looking to use CMU as a stepping stone to a bigger program. His 5-year stay at Central was not terribly impressive, 26 and 36 overall, but he did enjoy 2 winning seasons and 2 trips to bowl games, with winning last month's Bahamas Bowl as a high note. So with this in mind, making a move to a Power 5 conference in a high-profile position only made sense for the 45-year-old. Now, the news comes just a couple of weeks before National Signing Day, when recruits can officially sign on with the university, so it could hurt the program just a bit. As far as the student body is concerned, the upcoming change, well, just might be a good thing.
So, to be honest, the record hasn't been that great since I've been going to school here. I heard a lot of stuff about how well they were doing before I was here, so honestly, I think it might be a good thing. You know, honestly, I think it's a promotion for him, but I don't think that he's worthy of going to Arkansas. What is it, offensive coordinator?
It's definitely surprising. It's always shocking to hear that something is always changing around here. Hopefully the newer person they get, hopefully they have a good career with Central. You know, they had a good year so far, and I hate to see him go.
I think that he needs to go. Maybe we'll start winning some games.
And that brings us to our fast feedback question of the night. We want to know who you would nominate as CMU's next head football coach. You can weigh in on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Well, Flint's water woes continue to incite anger and frustration. Tonight at 6, we hear from residents who say local leaders are dragging their feet when it comes to bringing them clean and safe drinking water. And we're going to take you to a live look over Frankenmuth, where the Zender Snowfest is in full effect. We'll check back in with Carrie Sharp in just a few minutes. Plus, some major employers in the U.S. are facing steep budget cuts. We'll tell you why it isn't looking so good for workers at eBay and American Express. And when we return, the Flint Farmers Market is revealing a new addition that aims to keep the community healthy.